twongeye kubaha ikaze abakunzi ba National Radio nkuko twabasezeranyije gahunda y'uyu munsi, gahunda yo kwibuka jenoside yakorewe abatutsi mu 1994 muri Midwest, aho gahunda yatangiye ejo kuri tariki 26 habaye gahunda Walk to Remember yabaye ejo, habayeho n'ibiganiro bitandukanye bivuga kuri jenoside yakorewe abatutsi.
So the question should have been, why did I forgive? Because forgiveness, it's possible, it's individual. So I forgive so I can live and start surviving. So when you survive, you are suffering and you are struggling. And the best gift you can give to your enemy or your oppressor or perpetrator, in our case, it's letting him or her controlling you psychologically. Because most of us survivors, most of us, people went through genocide. We had a struggle, we had our mental health issues. I'm proud to say that I was diagnosed with PTSD. It's not something we want to deal with. But my PTSD was pretty much based on my own self. Now let it go. So I decided to forgive because I want to live.
So I'll be discussing with you today the role of leadership in strategic peace building. So I guess the first question is, what is strategic peace building? Peace building requires a holistic approach. It has to be multifaceted, require cooperation between all levels of society, may not often start out this way. However, one level may push that second level to begin its own efforts. Peace building also aims to manage, mitigate, resolve, and transform central aspects of conflict.
To build peace, we do not have to focus on solving all the world's problems. We don't have to focus on solving the biggest problems in the world. As long as each and every individual does what they can do based off their skill set and their passions, together we can promote and we can build and will build a more peaceful world. Thank you.
I want to greet all of you, and I want to welcome all of you to this Work to Remember. I want to let you know that what we are going to do right now is not to exercise, is not to have fun. The Work to Remember is a time to reflect, is a time to think about what happened to our loved ones. You know, during the 1994 genocide against the Tutsis, people were not just being killed in the house or where they are. The victims had to run, had to work, had to go in the mountains, had to hide, and some of them were escorted to be killed. So when we do this, when we do a Work to Remember, it's for us to think about what they went through so that we don't forget ever. When we do this kind of Work to Remember, it's for us to tell the world and people who see us, to remind them what happened in our country.
There is a reason I am here today, but there is no reason you lost your lives. You were called abusive names, deprived of rights to be humans, slayed because of who you were born. I am lighting a candle as the sign of resilience. I'm paying a tribute. You left a legacy, and I'm a fruit from the love you sowed. Let's say never again to genocide. There should be no war. There should be no genocide. Anyway, let's say never again to genocide. Let's say never again to genocide. wish you were taken away from me too soon. If I had one wish, it would be seeing you again. Today we're strong men and women, even though you are not here to see. We're carrying on to make you feel proud out there, watching down on us. I am lighting a candle as the sign of resilience. I'm paying a tribute. You left a legacy.
This is One Nation Radio. Nkuko twabasezeranyije kuzababera kuri ino gahunda ku munsi wa mbere nk'uko mwayibonye kuri video ejo hari gahunda Walk to Remember, hari ibiganiro bitandukanye. Umunsi wa kabiri murabona ko abashyitsi barimo kugenda baza, gahunda ikaba igiye gutangira. Nkuko mubibona rero gahunda igiye gutangira mu kanya. Abashyitsi bamaze kuhagera, inzego za nkuru za ambasade y'u Rwanda hano muri Amerika, umutumirwa mukuru akaba yahageze General Romeo Dallaire, nawe akaba ari mu rero utanga ikiganiro uyu munsi ku byabaye kuri jenoside yakorewe abatutsi mu Rwanda mu 1994 nk'umuntu wari uhari. Ubwo rero turacyakomeje rero tutajya tubagezaho gahunda uko zigenda zikurikirana live hano kuri One Nation Radio.
Bana bacu mwakira ubuzima, mwakira urumuri rwa rundi muzagendana aho muzagenda hose, aho bizaba ngombwa muzarwanira igihugu kugira ngo dukomeze kubona urumuri. Mwakira urumuri.
So today when we do remember, I want you to remember the million people who died. But also I want you to take a moment and think about how they died. They were slaughtered. They were tortured. They were treated so inhumanely. But I also want you to draw your attention on the survivors, some in this room and many on the villages in Kigali, in Rwanda, all over. They carry the wounds, they carry the pains, they carry disease. They carry a lot of the past as they face the future. These victims have survived. They have defied pain, even when they are in pain. They have defied death many times. We should, at this moment, celebrate their strength.
Nkuko mubizi uyu munsi radio ikaba yakoreye hano South Bend muri Indiana, aho turimo kwibuka jenoside yakorewe abatutsi ku nshuro ya 25. Umunsi w'ejo hari Walk to Remember, nkuko twagiye tubibereka ko gahunda y'igenda Walk to Remember, aho abanyarwanda benshi batandukanye bagiye bava ahantu hatandukanye za Chicago muri Amerika hose, abavuye mu Rwanda baje kwifatanya n'abanyarwanda muri kino gikorwa cya Walk to Remember. Uyu munsi rero nkuko mwabibonye kuri gahunda, hari gahunda nyinshi twagiye tubibereka, hagiye haba ibiganiro, ubuhamya bw'abacikacumu batandukanye.
You were abandoned. You didn't count. No one saw self-interest in helping you, and no one wanted to risk the lives of their own people to protect you. Especially after Mogadishu in October of '93, and when President Clinton pulled out the US forces and produced Presidential Directive number 25 that said the United States will not engage in any humanitarian effort unless it's in its self-interest. And you, ladies and gentlemen, survivors, and those who didn't survive, were not in the interest of this country nor any other country. Oh, there were nations fiddling behind the scenes. French, British, Belgian, Americans, of course, but not necessarily to see justice done to establish an atmosphere of security, for they did deploy close to 2,000 troops to extricate in the first week the white expatriates. And the few Rwandans who were the intelligentsia behind the genocide and who still today are free in France.
What, as Americans and Rwandans and our friends who are sitting here, I think it is a time where America takes the lead or joins these countries. The state of Indiana be reminded to have a day of reflection. That the US government to know that memory is important to Rwandans, but also to the human race. We've learned that denial is the last stage of genocide, but it's actually another cycle. If we don't remember, if we don't come together to reflect and learn lessons, that's a cycle we are risking going into.
tubibutse ko One Nation Radio iri kuri social media zose, kuri YouTube twitwa One Nation Radio, kuri Facebook twitwa One Nation Radio, mwadusanga no kuri www.onenationradio.org aho tubaha amakuru yose aba yiriwe muri diaspora yaba yo muri Amerika, y'Uburayi n'ahandi hose ku isi. Ubwo mukurikire rero ibiganiro byiza bya One Nation Radio. Mu kanya gato rero tukaba tugiye kuganira na Lieutenant General Romeo Dallaire byinshi ari butuganirize mwagira muri kuca live kuri One Nation Radio. Nje na Reba Kalisa nakagaruka turacyari kumwe tujya tubereka ibindi byinshi byagiye bibera kuri no muhango. Akoze.